What's up, y'all? Welcome to the NBA Weekly Postgame. This is where we share our views on the latest trending topics within the NBA. My name is Sha.
And I'm Evay, and we have a lot to talk about.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay, so let's start right here. Who is your player of the week?
My player of the week is Mr. Push His Way Out of Houston, James Harden. Clearly the top pick for the MVP this year. Playing outstanding basketball. Say what you want about James Harden, but the man can play. He's my player of the week.
Yeah, I'm going to have to support on that. Although I will stand firm, I did not like the way he exited the Houston Rockets organization, but James Harden can ball.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot deny it, and he needs to be in the MVP discussion as one of the top three for sure. For sure. Yeah, if he's not already the MVP. But, you know, the MVP vote can be political. So anyway. All right. So my player of the week is none other than two-time All-Star Jason Tatum. And let me tell you why. Jason Tatum, at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics will move as Jason Tatum moves. He is the number one option. He does carry the team. And although they have Jaylen Brown is 1B. I've come to the conclusion that Jaylen Brown is 1B. Jason Tatum is the foundation of that particular roster. And he shows up when the team does well when he shows up, right? So he played against the Bucks, had 34 points. You know, his average overall is improved year over year. So Jason Tatum, flat out, Boston Celtics foundation and my player of the week.
Ooh, wow, Jason. You know, you're right. Jaylen is 1B for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not the engine at all.
No. But he is a screw, because if Jaylen Brown is not there, then, you know, so he's not one of them disposable type players, right? You need Jaylen Brown, but the core of the Boston Celtics is Jason Tatum. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Daniel Tice was traded here recently. You know, he missed that crucial shot during the first game. He could have won the game. And as a thank you, Danny Ainge was like, see ya. Sent Danny Tice out. Not happy about that.
I'm not happy about Daniel Tice being gone either. I think that if they had to make a choice, I don't know why it wasn't Tristan Thompson. Like what? You mean to tell me you went down the roster and you were like, let me see, but you knew you couldn't get anything for Tristan Thompson.
Yeah,
you knew that. So you said, okay, well, ain't nobody gonna want him. So I guess we're gonna have to get rid of Daniel Tice. Now, again, I granted Daniel Tice, there may be better players out there than him, but he was really great on the Boston roster. And so when he was traded, I was like, really? And you left TT?
Yeah, but I read somewhere that Daniel Tice is finishing up his contract and the Celtics wouldn't have been able to pay him in the offseason, so they got rid of him now. I don't know that was a good choice, because they still could have used him for this season. You didn't have to get rid of him now.
No, you didn't have to. But if that's the case, then they did him a favor, because then they believe that he will be able to get paid somewhere else. So, right. I mean, maybe it worked in his benefit, but I believe if the Boston Celtics want to win now, they should have kept Daniel Tice and acquire somebody from the buyout market. But I don't think they should have traded him.
Oh my God! So let's talk about the big elephant in the room: Rajon Rondo to the Clippers and Lou Williams to Atlanta.
Bittersweet move for me. Bitter because I really didn't want to see Lou Williams go. However, I do understand that the Clippers did need a floor general, a point guard that was going to help facilitate, someone with high IQ at that position. I do believe that Kawhi Leonard plays his best when he has someone else leading the team, because clearly Kawhi Leonard is not a leader, and I think we can all agree to that. However, Kawhi Leonard is a very good player, and because he's a great player, he needs another piece in order to get him going. So I just think that particular role was needed on the Clippers. My bitter part is that I don't understand why it had to be Rajon Rondo. That's it for me, because I know that if you are not available, you are no good to a team. And the fact that he's injury prone, recent injury prone. I'm not talking about what happened in the past. I'm talking about recent history. Currently out right now. Hopefully he'll come to the Clippers and all of a sudden be bionic. But I don't see it. And I hope this is what they wanted. And I pray that he will be playoff Rondo when they need him to be.
Well, you know what? If Rondo all of a sudden is healthy and is able to finish out the last 20 or 30 games or so, I'm going to be looking at him sideways. I'm like, well, what were you doing? Were you really injured when you were with the Hawks? I don't know. Was he saving himself for this kind of move? I don't know.
I think it was already in the works. The timing just wasn't right. And I believe him moving over to the accepting a roster spot on the Atlanta Hawks was all about money.
Of course.
Because he knew he was not going to get that type of money with the Lakers. That's what I do believe. And I think that the Clippers needed to identify how they were going to make a move in order to acquire him. And unfortunately, Lou Williams became collateral damage.
Now, come on now. Lou Williams, I mean, yeah, he has been with the Clippers for some time now.
Yes.
He was instant offense, but Rajon Rondo is instant leadership, and that's exactly what they needed.
Fair. That's
so fair. I mean, Lou Williams was not the reason why the Clippers faltered in the bubble.
He didn't add to it. That's for sure. He did not help them in the bubble. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I do believe that I wouldn't say the catalyst, but that debacle and all that noise he brought up in the bubble didn't help them.
Whereas Rajon Rondo helped his respective team. Big time.
Exactly. Yes. And if I think about it, Lou Williams, he has declined in his production overall this season anyway. He may have been done too. We don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he wanted to change. I didn't feel that when I read his Twitter comment when he found out that he was going to be traded. But perhaps he needed to be, revived somewhere else as well. This is it for the last of the soldiers. Pat Beverly is holding on, but eventually that'll be over too. So Rajon Rondo, welcome to the Los Angeles Clippers. I hope you come well.
You are not happy about it. Oh my God.
No, I'm it's not about the need. I understand the leadership piece, and I don't want people to misunderstand me. Yes, the Clippers needed that role, hands down. What I don't know is if Rajon Rondo will be that person, will be available for them. That's my issue. It's the availability. His durability is non-existent. So
he is 35, and I know you were pushing for Kyle Lowry, but they could not afford Kyle Lowry because they mortgaged their future in PG and Kawhi.
Yes, they did.
So hey, Rajon, I think he'll be okay. Now, Victor Oladipo, Mr. Push his way out of Houston as well. Nobody
Mr. Push his way out of Indiana and then continue to push his way out of Houston.
Yeah. He pushed himself into South Beach, but they're struggling right now, have lost 6 games straight. Is Victor Oladipo the missing piece?
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. He's a missing piece for that particular organization to free up some salary cap space. Yes, because that's all that was. But it's not because he's going to move the needle greatly. No.
Yeah, I don't see it here. Now, granted, he was the most improved player. He's a Mr. All defense. He's going to play substantial defense for the Miami Heat. But in terms of getting them over the hump, the Eastern Conference champions, they don't need him. I still don't believe they need him. They have all the pieces. I think there's something going on mentally with the team right now. And I don't know if Coach Spoelstra is the problem or if there's something internally going on amongst the team, but they're playing terrible. And I don't know that Victor Oladipo is going to change it at all.
Yeah, I think the impact that Victor Oladipo needs to bring, if he's going to bring anything, is going to be defense. Because they don't need his offense.
No, they don't need it.
You got Robinson and Hero, right? And you got Jimmy. I mean, I don't understand. You got Chris, you're done. Like, what is going on? So Victor brings some defense, if that's what it is. I hope they don't think Victor Oladipo is going to replace what they lost in Jay Crowder.
Oh, please. No way. Victor ain't that tough. Jay is no. Vic ain't that tough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so no. But Victor Oladipo, welcome to South Beach. You 2 steps away from the sand, so no need to go to Cancun.
Oh my God. And that's exactly where they're going to end up, probably.
Oh, the way they're playing right now?
Yes. Oh my God. Now, of all the trades, I think this one has really excited me the most, and that is Nikola Vucevic. I'm just kidding.
Don't nobody know who Vooch is.
Nobody know Vooch. But just for the record, Nikola Vooch, he's a two-time NBA All-Star. He's a beast. Now, they shipped him from Orlando to Chicago. I do believe that Orlando just decided to just do a complete rebuild.
Probably. That's fair. That's fair. And you know what, though? And that's not fair to Vucevic, because really at the end of the day, if the narrative would have been in his favor, he could really be almost, because he's been in the league for a while, he would have been a more known player had the narrative just been set for him. That's all. I mean, because if you think about it, he's putting up numbers like a lot of these other stars.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's been carrying, or at least a part of the Orlando Magic's organization for quite some time. And although they may not have been the favorite team to discuss nationally, I mean, he was still doing the work. So,
yeah. Well, good for him. I mean, unfortunately, he's going from one losing franchise to another, but Chicago is a way larger market for him to operate in.
I think so too. And I think that their fan base is still waiting for their next Jordan. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is, but the hype that Jordan brought to the Bulls franchise, I think their fan base is waiting for that hype again, just in a different player with a different aesthetic and all of that good stuff. But yeah. So maybe this would be a way for him to finally have his skills and his production and effort showcased on a national level, because it didn't happen with Orlando, unfortunately.
No. But in all honesty, the trade that really got me excited was the Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee move to Denver. Whew, the Nuggets are going to be special.
Let me tell you something. I don't know why that trade made me the most excited, only because I can see the piece fit. It made sense to me, right? So we already know the Joker and Jamal Murray, they're going to get it done. They did it before. And I'm not even upset that they had to trade Gary Harris. Gary, sir,
no.
Enjoy. You know, hey, you're parting with memories. Like, I just don't know what else to say. But the fact that they inserted Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee, please don't mistake how effective JaVale McGee is coming off the bench. And he was that effective when he was with the Lakers. And as a matter of fact, even when because I think he moved to the Cavaliers, right?
Yeah.
Even when he was playing with the Cavaliers this season, he was still really pretty good. So the fact that bounce is coming to the Nuggets, like, you don't think that team now they were already in the top 6, I believe, in the Western Conference. But them adding those 2 additional pieces just made their playoff contending a lot more solid for me.
Oh, definitely. I just can't even imagine the rim protection that JaVale's going to give them right now. We all know Joker can't jump, but JaVale, he could jump out of the gym easy. Talking about rim protection, that's all they need right now.
And I read somewhere where the Nuggets, they acquired Aaron Gordon for defense, right? And so trying to, someone that's going to help defend against the big wings. And I'm like, that makes sense. Like, can he defend against LeBron James? He's done it before. What about the Kawhi Leonards of the league and all of that? So for me, their move was more strategic. They had a move that was strategic, like other teams try to do, right? And it was that missing piece, because if you think about it, the Nuggets may have been just 1 or 2 positions away from being number 1 in the West anyway. So I'm really happy about that move. I cannot wait to see them all play together.
Yes, and don't sleep on Aaron Gordon, though. He can give you some serious offensive production, and he is super athletic. So they added some flair to the Nuggets with this move. Now, I was really surprised that the Pelicans got rid of JJ Redick, sent him over to the Dallas Mavericks. Now, Dallas doesn't really need JJ Redick. They already have a ton of shooters. Not sure what kind of role JJ is going to play for the Dallas Mavericks, but nonetheless, see you later, JJ.
You know what? I don't think that whole scheme that Van Gundy set up for the Pelicans, he fit into it anyway. He didn't fit into it. And you know what? To be honest, the way that these teams are waiving players, all players are 1 trade away from being waived. And to be honest, I hope it doesn't happen for JJ Redick. But if he doesn't fit into the Dallas Mavericks organization, You never know. That may be the next update that they put on regarding these sports teams. I just don't know.
Well, all the Mavs do is shoot threes, and I think he fits in well with that. But
But
he's
where
a
is he
little
gonna fit
older.
in? Yeah.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what his minutes will look like, but that's all they do is shoot beyond the arc. That's all JJ does. He doesn't have any other claim to fame. That's it.
And that's why they're where they are right now in the West.
Oh, I was a little disappointed that Portland got rid of Gary Trent Jr. I really liked him. I think he played well in the bubble, but I think it's time for him to get paid, and moving him from Portland may have been the best option for him. They also threw in Rodney Hood, who has been a shell of himself, going to play in Tampa/Toronto Raptors. I don't know. I guess it'll be okay. I really like to see Gary on the West Coast.
Really? Playing for who?
Stay with Portland. I wanted him to stay. I like the dynamic. I like what he was able to bring.
I wonder why. But then they acquired Norman Powell.
Yeah, Norman.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Norman, I think he has a pretty good reputation with the Raptors. Hard worker. Fred VanVleet took it pretty hard. I guess that was his boy up there.
Oh, yeah, it happens. Well, I know he probably felt the same way Kyle Lowry did when they got rid of DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine.
These NBA teams, the game ain't loyal.
It's not loyal.
It's not loyal. Let me tell you, it is a business. And when you miss that, feelings get hurt.
Woo. Right. So the Boston Celtics made a move. And in my personal opinion, I don't think it was enough. Boston is struggling right now. Then they had nerve to get rid of Daniel Tice and bring in Evan Fournier. What? Seriously.
What does the Boston Celtics need? They need a center.
They need a center. Yeah, they don't need more wing play. Evan Fournier is on the last year of his 5-year, $85 million deal. I was surprised that he was making that much money in Orlando. The Boston Celtics are not going to be able to re-sign him. If they didn't have money for Tice, they're not going to have money for Evan Fournier. And I don't think he fits into their culture quite well either. I don't know.
I don't understand that. I don't understand the move. Perhaps they're waiting for the buyout market to, plug in the piece that they need. Evan, you're welcome, but okay.
Yeah, no. And then what really shocked me was they kept Tristan, but they got rid of Jeff Teague and Javonte Green. Now, Jeff Teague, I was a little surprised because you can't count on Kemba. So now you got rid of his backup. I don't know what Danny Ainge was thinking.
No, because the future is not with Kemba. The future is with Pritchard. That's who the future is. Isn't that his name?
Peyton Pritchard. Yes. But he's just a 3-point specialist. I don't understand Danny Ainge's thinking.
You know what, though? Is the 3-point specialist being able to shoot from the perimeter, is that really the direction that the league is going into?
It appears, but some teams need more of a facilitator. How are you going to set up Jason and Jalen if you're too busy worrying about getting your 3-ball off? That's the problem.
You don't know your role. You don't know your role.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know your role. Yeah. It's almost like how does the league keep the fundamentals of these positions in play while advancing to a more 3-ball type of play? It's that fine line, because it seems to work very well when the point guard knows that you are here to facilitate. And if you get a shot, that's nice.
Yeah.
If you get a shot just because you have drove to the basket, not because you're standing around the perimeter waiting.
Yes. And that's why I think the Rondo move is going to be great for the Clippers.
Got it.
Rondo's not trying to score. It's not his thing.
Never has been, actually.
Right.
Fair. Fair. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm sorry, Boston. I don't know if you've missed the mark, but you're probably waiting. So
yes. Okay. So let's talk about who actually stayed. Yes. I was completely surprised that Kyle Lowry stayed with the Toronto Raptors.
You know what? I was waiting with bated breath. on where he would go, I was really wanting him. I'm gonna put it out there again, y'all. I really wanted him on the Clippers. The Clippers don't get no money. So, and then I said, okay, well, maybe if he goes to the Sixers, because I believe it was the Sixers and the Heat that were really fighting to get Kyle Lowry on their team. And actually, either one of those teams I would have been okay with. But I also know that Kyle Lowry, if you're going to get him, you're going to have to give up a lot. Yes. And the Raptors were not willing to give him up, and the teams were not willing to sacrifice their future for Kyle Lowry. And so he's going to go into the offseason as a free agent, and he's going to get picked up.
And he's older, though. That's the thing. What is he, 32, 33 right now?
Turning 35 on his birthday.
Oh, my God. Okay. Is he still going to command $35, $40 million a year?
No. He's going to get that. No, no, he's not going to get that. No.
Mm-hmm. This was his last mega contract. Yeah. And that's why I don't know. I mean, does he really want to win now? Otherwise, you're just going to walk away with one chip, with Toronto.
I don't know. I still think I think he's going to get one more. He's got to find the right team. You know what? Okay. So listen, as I think this out, he can actually maybe meet up again with DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, I would love it.
And but the Spurs, no.
Nah. They already have their future point guard.
That's
and
true. DeJounte.
Yeah, DeJounte. Yeah. So that won't work.
No, but Kyle Lowry can come off the bench. Yeah. He's done. This season, you know what? Hope he invested his money.
Yeah. So John Collins also stayed in Atlanta. I was kind of happy about that. They're playing really well right now. John Collins deserves to stay with Trae Young.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't go. And I don't think he wanted to leave either. Does anybody really want to leave? But I don't think he wanted to leave. And I'm glad that he's there. I like the tandem between Trae Young and John Collins. So good for them.
Yes. Yeah. And then there was talk that Bradley Beal was on the move. And I was heartbroken by that. I said, what? Bradley Beal cannot leave Russell Westbrook. So I'm glad he stayed in DC.
Where were they going to send Bradley Beal?
I don't know.
Nobody has money for Bradley Beal.
Right.
Nobody has money for him. No, not during the season. Maybe in the off season, people can move around some stuff, but not right now. No.
Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest stay was Lonzo Ball with the New Orleans Pelicans. There was so much talk about, Lonzo's on the move and his father chipping in and saying how he needed to leave. But Lonzo wanted to stay, and I'm glad he got his wish.
I think it was all noise.
Really?
I think it was all noise. Yep. Yeah, I don't think the Pelicans had any intentions on trading Lonzo Ball.
I think they probably should have. He's been injured lately. He's been out before. Mm-hmm. And again, every time you need Lonzo to play against, I'm telling you, there's 3 teams that Lonzo shies away from. I'm serious, yeah. He shies away from the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Sacramento Kings. Check his record.
You hold firm to that, don't
you? Yes. I'm firm. Every time he has to play them, something hurts, and he has to sit out that game. He does not want no smoke with Patrick Beverley, and now Rondo. He ain't gonna want no smoke with Rondo. He cannot play against De'Aaron Fox, and for some reason, he does not like playing against the Lakers.
Okay, well, the Lakers did him, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit of feelings right there with the Lakers, but yeah. Oh my gosh, no, I just Lonzo. If they had to make any moves on the Pelicans, I really wish it would have been Eric Bledsoe.
Oh, God. Yes, but who's going to pay him? That's the problem. All these teams with these bad contracts.
No, but that's the cool part about these contracts. These teams better stop giving these players these 5-year contracts. They better stick to these 1 and 2 year contracts, because eventually that contract becomes bad. Was once a great contract. Oh, he got his payday. 3 years later, you're like, well, that's a bad contract. I can't move him, Kimba. So I'm just saying,
yes.
What are we going to do? Y'all, 2 years, maybe 3. But y'all start doing 5 years, you're stuck.
You are stuck.
All right, that's all we got. And until next time, bye.
See ya.